Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today. Your first.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community.
Martinez. Off the hands and out. Eagles take a 3-point lead, and the Lady Raiders will use a timeout, down 19-22 in the first set.
As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Not a lot of
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV or HV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices. From cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand.
Really quiet. I can bring the mic even closer to my mouth. Are you sure? Welcome back to Wall. In our first set of the JV match, Eagles up 22-19 and Michelson on the serve. Misplayed by the net by the Raiders. We'll leave Michelson set to serve again for the Eagles, who have stretched a 19-19 game out to 23-19. Michelson receives. Set by McDonald. Over by Nutter. Game point for the Eagles, up 24-19. Michelson, who's had the hot hand at the serve behind the line, will see if she can finish it off for the Eagles. McDonald receives. Set by Bryan. Over by Tinas. Same three, off of 14's hand, and out. Eagles take the first set, 25-19. We'll be back for more action in Wall after this.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works.
Hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
This is what matters.
Welcome back to the second set.
This is beyond X's and
Lyman
O's.
Wall here in Wall.
This is the difference.
Taylor McDonald will start the second set for the Eagles. Very good ball play by the Raiders. Earns them the point and the serve. Morgan Shelsky, a 5'6" junior, will serve for the Raiders. It is short. After rotating, Faith Frank, sophomore, will serve for the Eagles in this early going of the second set. That will be short. The Eagles come together, brush it off, and move on. Ollie will be serving here and gets it over. Received well by Michelson. The Eagles on the attack. Put into the net by the Raiders. And the Eagles will earn the point to tie the match back up. Michelson will serve as Tinas checks in for Austinson. Nice kill by the Raiders to take the points. And Garnos will serve for the Raiders. Shorten into the net. Two subs are set to check in for the Eagles. Ali Kerstead and Bria Buman. Buman is a 5'5" freshman. And Kerstad, a 5'3" 8th grader, will take the serve for the Eagles after checking in. Just out by Tinas. Who's playing very aggressive near the net and does lead the Eagles with both kills on the contest for the Eagles. Well served by Addie Moran, a 5'2" sophomore from Lyman, who also sets up a teammate here as the Raiders return the ball. There it is. Both teams moving well defensively to put themselves into position and put into the net by the Eagles. And Lyman, with their biggest lead of this young JV match, will serve up 5-3. Here's Moran once again. Nice ball placement by Nutter, earns the Eagles the point. And it will be Nutter who steps back to serve for the Eagles. This will be short. Macy Paulson will check into the game for Nutter. Macy's a 5'5" sophomore for the Lady Eagles. And for the Raiders, number 6, Ella Ehlers, will check in for Maggie Lingeman. Ehlers is a 5'3" 8th grader. Looking at my program a little bit, there are some numbers that are on the varsity and JV roster. Maybe I'll just mix the names back and forth and make sure I get it right. Austinson with a great serve for the Eagles. who have tied the set back 6-6. Austinson to serve once again. Creating some confusion on the Lyman side with the serves. Frank with great effort on the left side for the Eagles. Does leave the ball short in the net. And Ireland Hyde, whose name is on both these varsity and JV roster, will serve. Very well, earning the ace for the Raiders. She'll step back and serve once again. Put into the middle by Buman. Ball near the net, controlled by the Eagles. Bryan and McDonald will check back in for Kerstad and Buman as McDonald steps back to serve for the Lady Eagles, down 1 in this second set. Just out by Moran. Eagles will retie the game. I'd like to take a moment and thank our activity workers, Mr. Michael Champagne, helping with the live feed. Served by McDonald. And after 4 hits, the Eagles will receive that point. Line judges this evening are Mrs. Carol Patterson and Coach Madison McLaughlin. McDonald to serve. Off the net and in for an ace for the Eagles. Working the main clock tonight is Jerry Dell. Tracking the libero, Andrea Christensen. McDonald to serve. Played into the net by Bryan. Number 15, Justice Zerpel, 5'8" sophomore, checks in for the Raiders as Morgan Shelsky steps back to serve. Off the ceiling and in for a point. And our official book this evening will be Mrs. Samra Trask, who's also taking the time to mentor another young lady, Miss Kuzer, in the workings of a volleyball table during a match. Thank you very much, everybody. Frank to serve. Played over by Frank. Back to Frank. McDonald, Bryan. Michelson, nice dig. Nutter on the kill attempt. Played by the Raiders. Well played at the net by Nutter. Into the net by Lyman. Lady Eagles will take the serve up 12-9. This will be Frank stepping up once again. Austinson from the red line, out of bounds. Point Raiders. Number 6, Max Scott, set to serve for the Raiders. Point Eagles. Natalie Michelson to serve. And number 5 for the Raiders, Maggie Lingeman checks in. Left-handed and over. And put into the net by the Lady Eagles. Lyman trailing by 2 will serve as Austinson checks in for Michelson on the Eagles side. Our new server will be Garnos. Brian from the right side. Dug well by Shelsky. Tinas with the kill. Eagles doing a good job of receiving the ball and working it back to the middle with their passing. Have now accumulated 6 kills on the match. Ali Kerstad to serve. Eagles get the ball to the middle where Tinas will hit it out. Giving the Raiders the serve. Moran set to check back in for the Raiders. And after checking in, she will step up and serve for Lyman. Not sure the referee had blown the ball ready to serve. And Miss Moran, who seems to have had a wonderful smile on her face the whole game, will continue that. And in good spirit, serve again. Buman to receive. Tina sets. A little miscommunication near the net leaves Lyman trailing by 1. 13-14 in the second set of tonight's JV match during homecoming week here at Wall High School. Up and over. Ball was able to find an open spot on the court. Coach Ruland will take a timeout. We are tied 14-14. We'll join you again in 1 minute.
Mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. This is
Phillip Health Services proudly supports youth activities in our rural communities. Phillip Clinic and Kadoka Clinic physicians and caregivers will provide you and your family with a personalized care experience. The clinic staff extend a sense of family and strive to improve the quality of life for all those who are entrusted to their care. When you or a loved one needs medical attention, choose a personal care experience.
This is Coach Martin back here with you in the Wall High School Gymnasium. Lyman's Addie Moran serves the ball for the Raiders. Tied 14-14 in the second set. Nutter from the left side. Puts it in a good spot. The Raiders seize the lead once again in this back and forth contest. Nutter will serve. Leading by 1. Well dug. From the back. Tough hit. Lyman hustling. This one's out. Great hustle by the Raiders. Third hit went into the net. Eagles earn the point, and Nutter is set to serve once again. Just short. Paulson will check back in for the Lady Eagles and assume her position in the back row with Frank and Austinson on the other side of the net. Number 20, Kenise Wagner, 5'5", 8th grader, serves. Nice attack at the net by Frank, returned by the Raiders. Blocked at the net by the Eagles, and put out of bounds untouched by the Raiders. I can get my team names right. Probably help our viewers out. Tinas will check out of the match real quick, and Michelson will check in. Austinson set to serve. Received and placed out of bounds by the Raiders. Eagles extend their advantage to 3 points, 18-15. Austinson will serve. Misplayed by the Raiders. Austinson to serve. Moran receives and over by the Raiders. Kerstad to Michelson. The kill is in. Quick timeout by the Raiders, trailing 15-20 in the second set. We'll be right back.
At Philip or Kadoka Clinic. Open 6 days a week for hours and more helpful information. See their weekly ad in the Pioneer Review or visit them online. Philip Health Service, a personal care experience.
Crew Agency is your agri-risk management specialist since 1984. They offer all your crop insurance needs, including multi-peril crop insurance, pasture, rangeland, and forage, livestock risk protection, and crop hail. Crew Agency has been protecting the local farmer and rancher for the past 35 years and are a proud supporter of all our local schools, athletics, and communities. They'd like to wish all our local athletes good luck this week. Give them a call at 605-433-5411. Crew Agency is an equal opportunity provider.
Farmers know crop insurance is
Welcome back. Following the timeout, Austinson will serve for the Eagles, leading 20-15 in the second set of tonight's JV matchup with the Lyman Raiders. Another tough serve by Austinson leaves the Raiders playing far from the net. The ball will hit the drop-down curtain directly above the net and fall down, resulting in a point for the Eagles, who extend their advantage to 21-15. Austinson will serve again. Well received by the Raiders in return, and have earned a well-deserved point to end that rally by the Eagles. Ireland Hyde, a 5'5" junior, will serve for the Raiders. Well received by Austinson and put in by the Eagles. Bryan and McDonald will come onto the court for the Eagles as Kerstad and Buman high-five their teammates down the row before taking a seat. That is a tough serve. In for an ace for number 4. Taylor McDonald, a 5'6" freshman for the Lady Eagles. McDonald will serve again. Placed just out on the return by the Raiders. The Eagles are now on game points, up 24-16. Match point. The Eagles take the set 25-16, resulting in a 2-0 victory over the Raiders. We will be back after a short break for tonight's varsity contest between the Lyman Raiders and the Wall Eagles. Can't wait for you to join us. Thank you very much. Leave them wanting more.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.